just a few things, just some overview. So I met Annika Sørenstam one time at a place called Lake Nona. I don't know if you heard of that place. You know what that is? Lake Nona in Florida. It's a really prestigious golf course, super rad. Like it's right along these like lakes in Florida, and they used to have the Tavistock Cup there, which they don't really do that as much anymore. But there was it was called the Tavistock Cup years ago, where Lake Nona and Isleworth would have like an interclub tournament, which was pretty cool. So I met Annika Sørenstam once, and remember I was telling you she had this yellow hula hoop on the green that she was hitting to. And so when we were out on the playing lesson last time, you would get your ball to stop a lot of times where we wanted you to land it, instead of trying to land it there so that it would roll to where the flag was. And so you want to really work on that idea. They have these little discs, as you see, that I have on the ground. You could easily go, they're like $10 at like any golf store. You go take those out to a short game area and put them down different places and actually sit there and try and hit into them. That would be a productive way to do it. But at the minimum, you have to get into this mindset that if the ball was in your hand and you were going to throw it onto the green, that you land it in that spot, and you got to be really diligent about picking spots and trying to land it there. Because at first you won't be maybe picking the best spots, maybe you will, but maybe not. If you don't, then over time, as you keep trying to pick spots to land it to and get it close to the hole, you'll get better at that. And so I would say that that's the first part of this. Now, once you get that idea, now what we have to do is start to figure out your distances. Now, a lot of times when we're out there too, I'll pace off yardages. So like this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 yards to the screen, right? So twice this distance is 10 yards, right? And then a lot of times where I see where your ball is, I have a visual of like, okay, that's 10 yards, 20 yards, 30 yards. So that way I know it's chest to chest or rib to rib or waist to waist. And so basically what you have to do is you have to figure out what body part to body part goes how far. That way then when you get in a scenario where you know the landing area is 12 yards away, then you know, okay, I'm going to do my 10-yard swing a little bit harder and it should be perfect. You see what I'm saying? So that's what we're going to be doing. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to try and land one on that yellow circle for a 5-yard shot.